Hello everyone. During the month of October, OCSF got upgraded from version 0.22 to 0.29. In this period, excluding the merges, 11 authors have pushed 52 commits, which have impacted 90 files, and we've seen 738 additions and 818 deletions. I would like to also share that due to long length of update videos, I have decided to split them this time. And in that series, this video focuses specifically on changes carried out related to the objects. This month saw 4 new object definition and changes to 22 other objects. Let's see which objects have been impacted this month. A new actor object has been added to denote entity directly responsible for the activity. This object consolidates actor process, source user and destination user objects. This object defines 2 attributes, process and user, to define what or who initiated the activity. Technique name attribute has been renamed to technique in attack object, and a new version attribute has been added to reference attack matrix version number. Reference to unique device identifier has been removed from device object, and requirement for device type has been made optional. Attribute opcode in DNS query object has been made optional, whereas a new attribute opcode ID has been added. A new attribute direction has been introduced in email object to capture the direction of email. Type attribute for object file has been made optional, and product has been defined. Rather, this is the case where this is not a new one, but it lacked a definition as such. So description has been added in this case, and this refers to the product that created or installed the file. A new kernel driver has been introduced for capturing information on the driver that was loaded or unloaded into the kernel. Currently, this object contains a single attribute file which will store information about the driver or the extension file object. Original time attribute has been introduced in metadata object. Command line and PID attributes have been made optional for process object. Path and terminate time have been removed, and a new user attribute has been added. This attribute would capture the user context under which this process is running. And finally, a constraint has also been defined here to ensure that at least one of the PID or the UID attributes are defined as part of process object usage. Type attribute in registry value has been made optional, and a new type underscore ID attribute has been defined. This attribute is of type enum and which will contain definition for registry values such as red binary, res.sj, res.dword, etc. Score attribute has been made optional for reputation object, and a new provider attribute has been added to capture information on the provider of reputation information. Reference to reputation profile has been removed from the TLS object. 2 new attributes, categories and category IDs, have been added to URL object. Now we'll look at the objects where the only changes have been that attributes in them have been made optional. So, like for example, type in case of kernel, or classifications in case of malware, algorithm in case of fingerprint, run state in case of job, direction in case of network connection, type in case of network interface, again type in case of observable, OS and TLS extension has been made optional. These were the changes that were identified in this month related to the objects. Thank you very much.